Let's talk about the weather here at home as I bring in meteorologist Ted Phaeton. Ted, we know some spotty showers could happen today, but it's kind of an unsettled weather pattern that we're seeing, right?
Yeah, this kicks off that summer-like pattern where we have the hot and the humid conditions. And then just around the peak heating hours of the day is when those storms start to pop. And we first have more of the abundant cloud cover over Lake Norman this afternoon. And this was once partly cloudy. And then we're going to have some peaks of sunshine here and there. That moisture is present, the heat builds, and then that instability will deliver what could be a pop-up storm or two. Low to mid 80s this afternoon, more in the way of the mid 70s up through our mountain counties, Boone and Jefferson. I do expect us to hover in the mid to upper 80s for most of the second half of today, but we introduce the rain and storm chance that will linger into this evening. Overnight lows dropping down into the 70s. This active pattern and unsettled pattern continues into the weekend, mid to upper 80s Saturday and Sunday. Overnight lows in the low 70s. We'll have those cloud cover, those cloudy skies stick around. And radar not too active as of right now, but I would say keep an eye on this. Download the Pinpoint Weather app and make sure you're prepared to get updates, as this could be a different picture in just a matter of hours. After 2 o'clock, I expect some isolated showers to build. The storms really gain steam and start to pop around that 4 or 5 o'clock hour, crossing into the Carolinas. And our updated drought conditions as of this morning, coming down on the drought towards the Outer Banks in the low country of South Carolina. Still a little area of the moderate drought and abnormally dry conditions in that yellow and beige shading. That's level 1 and 2 out of 5. So we do have the reduced drought conditions, which is helpful. A weak influence of high pressure just to our north. That moisture continues to funnel back into the Carolinas. Water vapor satellite imagery actually is a great tool to depict that, where the brown indicates the lack of moisture in the atmosphere. That's the dry air. The white and the green is more of the humid and the moisture in the atmosphere, which starts to inundate the Carolinas, giving us the cloudy skies, and then eventually what will be the storms that will develop for the peak heating hours of the day. So walking you through your clock here, let's look at the future. 5 p.m. Notice how scattered and isolated these storms are. That's going to be the development for your peak heating hours of the day. Lingering showers and storms into this evening before we slowly dry out overnight, but could see a stray shower or two for your morning commute on Friday. Friday ushers in more of the same with the pop up of those isolated storms through the afternoon and evening, tapering off overnight. Cloudy skies linger, and then heading into Saturday, rinse, wash, repeat as we start off more dry than wet, and then the storms ramp up through the peak heating hours of the day. Now, when everything's said and done, I expect us to get what could be 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain between now and the start of the weekend. Could see more of the extended impacts further than that into Monday and Tuesday of next week, coming down on those rain chances by Wednesday. Overnight lows bottom out in the upper 60s, low 70s, so pretty comfortable to start your Friday. Low 60s mountain counties. And again, we'll rebound mid to upper 80s for the end of the work week, mid to upper 80s start of the weekend. That summer-like pattern lingers through your Saturday and Sunday, near 90 degrees Monday to kick off the work week, but those storm chances diminish with highs peaking near 90, mostly dry conditions Wednesday of next week.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.